Welcome guys to this week's edition of our outlook for the coming week. I hope you all had a great weekend and looking forward to this week's trading. So we are continuing from last week where our higher time frame bias on dollar is still bullish. But remember, that does not mean when the opportunity arises for you to short the dollar, you're not gonna take it, right? Like what we saw on Friday, we had our fair value gap, which I illustrated in last week's outlook. We had the fair value gap filled here, and then price found what? Resistance, and dropped to the downside. So there was no reason for you not to be a short seller on dollar on Friday. And there was no reason for you not to be a long buyer on EURUSD or on GBPUSD or AUDUSD, NZUSD on Friday. The reason why dollar found a bit of resistance, the reason why we had a bit of weakness coming into the dollar, we were anticipating that fair value gap to be filled, and it happened quite quickly. And the main contributing factor to the drop after the fair value gap was filled was the jobs report numbers, NFP. NFP number came out very bad for the dollar, and that's why we saw a huge drop from that 91.50 price point. So now looking ahead into the coming week, my sentiment hasn't changed regarding dollar. I'm still bullish on dollar. This is mainly supported by the fact that if we go to a weekly chart, there was this stubborn bearish order block which I anticipated to hold price. But now if you look at last week's price, we closed above that price point. We closed at 90.955. That's why I was saying a clear close above 90.900. This is from last week's outlook. A clear close above 90.900 clears the path for us to trade long on dollar index. It gives us the opportunity to trade to the upside. But now from which level now? From these previously created new demand zones. That's where you're going to be hunting for long trades. So I am still bullish on dollar index from the 90.80. 90.80, that's an old supply which has turned into a demand zone. I'm gonna illustrate this on a lower time frame. But if you have been following now on the previous 3 weekly outlooks that I posted, by now you should know already how to trade the dollar and how it's gonna affect what you do on the other assets. So now if we go to a lower time frame, I'm gonna go to a daily time frame quickly. Now you can see we had imbalance here, price imbalance, which was filled. The moment the price imbalance was filled, the fair value gap on our monthly chart was also filled to the upside. The fair value gap was filled, but price didn't stay up there for long, and then it dropped. Number one, a fair value gap that has been filled offers us an opportunity to also trade short if it's a fair value gap to the upside. There is another confluence which would have supported this shorting opportunity, as this bearish order block in here. You can see price traded through it and then instantly rejected. The sellers came back, they pushed price to the downside. So now I'm expecting price to trade back into our monthly bullish order block, which is the gray shaded area. In this range, right, this is where I anticipate dollar to find support and trade long. Yes, price can open and trade higher, but looking at Friday's price action, we don't have a wick to the downside. That shows strong momentum going to the downside. So now you need to highlight where is your liquidity. Where is price heading to? If you are to look on this chart, price is heading to these lows. This is where it's targeting because there's sell stops below those lows, or this here. So this range is going to offer great opportunity to trade long on dollar index, meaning you're going to be shorting fiber, cable, and EURJPY also to a certain extent, but I'll illustrate as we go. So I'm bullish on dollar index in the coming week, but from which price point? From the 90.80 or the 90.32, if the 90.80 price point does not hold. Remember, we need to see a clear rejection at this level for us to go long, not just a case of, oh, price is there now, so I must go to the upside. You need to see a clear rejection because price can, you see how it closed here, how price traded through this level. We won't want to see that happening here. If that happens, then you're gonna have to wait for price to get to this zone here. I hope that is loud and clear. So dollar index, we are bullish. We are bullish on dollar index, meaning we're only gonna be hunting for long entries. Now this is an hourly chart. Now there's a clearly defined structure. You see now the 90.80, that's the level that I'm gonna be hunting for long trades, being supported. We've got an hourly bullish order block here, so I'm anticipating price to come into this range and reject to the upside. But we need to be in a position to identify a clear rejection of a zone. We need to see that there's no more momentum going to the downside. So what type of price action are we talking about? We are looking for this type of price action as we head into this zone. As we trade closer to that zone, we need to see this type of price action. That is going to signify to us that there's no more momentum for price to push lower. Now, if you go on to a daily, let's go back to an H4. If we go to an H4, from the elements of a trade setup, the one I shared with you guys in the mentorship, you can see this level, this price point. That's a liquidity void. Market is only offering us one-sided liquidity. In this case, sell side liquidity, right? So if you go onto another time frame, say let's go to daily and see. So we had a liquidity void created by Friday's price action. So now you need to be in a position to identify whether we are going to have a retracement or a reversal in this market structure. But as it is, it will only happen once we trade to this bullish order block down here. So I hope that is loud and clear. If you have any questions, just send them on the Telegram group, and then I'll gladly attend to that. So if we are bullish on dollar index, right, the price points to note, just a recap, the price points to note on DXY, take note of the 90.80, and then also take note of where am I? Take note of the 90 price point in the coming week. But the 90.80, this level will offer us good opportunities to trade long on dollar and to short cable and fiber. So now when we go to fiber and go to EURUSD, the opposite applies. You can clearly see from a rough guide of price action, you can see where price has found resistance. This is a monthly chart, and we have found resistance on a monthly bearish order block. So we had a fair value gap to the downside that was filled on EURUSD, and then there was a rejection. That fair value gap was from this low, all right, from that low to this high. So that's the fair value gap on a monthly chart for EURUSD that was filled to the downside. Just make these guys a bit straight so that we go to a lower time frame and look closely. So you can see price found resistance on a higher time frame bearish order block. That's where we saw a drop to the downside, meaning we are bearish on EURUSD since we are bullish on dollar. So now if we go to a lower time frame, you can clearly see there was a fair value gap here which was filled, and price found support from where? From an old supply level that is now turned into a demand. You see the demand that was created here, this impulsive move in price from the month of December created a new demand which price found support here, you see, then traded high. Now if we go to a lower time frame, let's go to a weekly quickly and see. You can see last week's low, it didn't miss as such. You see last week's low and this price action which closed above these highs. You see this old high, it was violated to the upside here. Price closed, clearly closed above, meaning this was a new level of demand. So when price came back, and here it gradually came back in a circular manner, another criteria that you look for when price returns to a zone, for it to be a valid zone to trade from. Price came back in a circular. You don't need an instant return to a level. You need a gradual, slowly circular return to a level. Price found support and shoot to the upside. Yes, this is a weekly chart, right? And to some they say, but that's a small move, Ivan. No, this is not a small move. That's like 100 pips that were offered to the upside. But remember, you'd have been shorting EURUSD the whole of last week, right? You'd have been shorting for like almost 170 pips. But once price reached there, you as a trader now, it's up to you, the trader in you. You have to be in a position to identify that, okay, we had a bad number for NFP, right? So we are bound to get euro to rally. Euro is going to gain because dollar is going to lose a bit of ground. That is up to you now as a trader to identify and add up those criteria together to come up with this long position that happened on Friday. Because from Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday you'd have been short on EURUSD, so you can see from a daily time frame. So this is Friday, right? Tuesday, Monday's range would have given us the emphasis to trade short because we clearly closed below this old demand. So now it would have been a supply zone come Tuesday. Then this would have been your trade, a couple of 100 pips. But come Friday, look now on Friday what happened. See where price came into an old bullish order block. This is the demand on the weekly chart, the demand that I highlighted on the weekly chart. It's in this price area. So price came back into that range and found support and traded long. That's why I'm saying there was no reason for you not to trade long at that entry. You see, there was no reason for you not to go long. So EURUSD, in the coming week, we're going to be hunting for short positions from which price point? From this old supply zone, which has now turned into a demand, the 120.61 price zone, or expect price to come to this level. Expect price to trade all the way to 12197. That's the opening price point of this bearish order block in here. Let me just highlight it. So we had a liquidity void in there, right? And we've got a fair value gap. It's a thin one though, because price has already traded back into it. So I'll be expecting price to trade into this range and trade lower, or Monday's range. Remember, we will be discussing Monday's range tomorrow after London close. When we discuss Monday's range, we are clearly gonna see what price action we would have got for us to make a decision for Tuesday, Wednesday's trading days. So this is what I'm anticipating on EURUSD. I'm expecting to be I'll be looking for short trades on EURUSD from the 121.220 price point. Now same applies with GBPUSD. I'm going to be hunting for short trades on GBPUSD from this bearish order block. Now you can see already on the monthly chart, momentum is dying as we are heading into this bearish order block, right? Momentum is dying to the upside, meaning we are going to clearly get probably a price expansion to the downside, a huge rejection going to the downside. Price is bound to find resistance now where it's heading into, and then it's gonna trade lower. You see, we've touched, price is now in is trading right into the monthly bearish order block. That's on GBPUSD. So I'm going to be hunting for short trades on GBPUSD right around the 137.50. Okay, let's see the 50% range of this bearish order block. That's coming in at 138.79.2. So that's 138.80, right? 138.80. The reason why I'm putting 80, that's the institutional price point. But now remember, price might not even get there, you see? But when it gets there, I'm going to be a short seller on GBPUSD. Since I'm bullish on dollar, I'm going to be looking for short positions on GBPUSD. You can see how price has been meandering, going through the stages as we head into this monthly bearish order block, and we've been in a consolidation for a while now on GBPUSD. Price has been in this range. You can see, let me see how many days is this. That's a couple of 2 weeks now. Price has created a range in consolidation area. Now go back to your elements of a trade setup, watch the consolidation notes so that you understand how you're going to trade from that range. Remember the notes that I shared with you guys. There's always 4 phases in the market: expansion, retracement, reversal, and consolidation. If you haven't requested that video, if you're in the mentorship, I sent the link already. Kindly request and watch that video, because it's gonna help you in trading this this pair, because we're right in a long-term consolidation. Now coming to EURJPY. EURJPY, I'm also going to be hunting for short trades right from the 127 price point. I'm going to be a short seller on EURJPY. I'll be hunting for short trades from the 127 price area up in this range. I'm going to be looking for shorts targeting this bullish order block here, because right now price is trading in a monthly bearish order block. You can see the gray shaded area, this range here. This is our monthly bearish order block, and you can see it has been offering great opportunities to short the market now. But take note of this price action here. We had a high formed here that cleared the stops above here. This high did not trade above this guy. Food for thought. Take note. Why is that? So do you expect a new high to be formed here? If a new high gets formed, wait for the price action to close, right? If it's a daily candle, if it trades above here, see where it's gonna close. If it closes below, that's your trigger point. That's why we have to wait for Monday's range, which we are going to discuss again tomorrow after London close. Now, gold. This is now bonus analysis for you guys, especially my brother Moja. You like gold. Since dollar has been gaining, dollar has been bullish for the past 2 months now. It has erased some of the losses from December. Gold traded back into that bull channel, which I highlighted, I think, late November or early December, if I'm not mistaken. Remember, we were long on gold all the way up in this range. You can see my trade here, which I took profit up here. So now gold traded back into the higher time frame bull channel, and where did the price traded to? Our daily bullish order block, and found support, traded to the upside. So expect price to push a bit into 1835. Expect price to push a bit. Once it gets there, expect a bit of short selling, right? As long as we are bullish on dollar, I'll be expecting gold to trade to the downside from the 1835 price point, with target set at 1780. That will be the target on gold. So yeah, I hope you have understood what I'm trying to put forward. So we are bullish on dollar index, we are bearish on cable and fiber, we are bullish on USD CAD, we are bullish on USD CHF, we are bullish on USD JPY, and we are shorting NZD JPY, we are shorting CHF JPY, we are shorting NZD USD. NZD USD, that's another interesting one, guys, for you to take a look at. Right now price is trading in our weekly bearish order block, and it has found resistance right at the 50% level of the weekly bearish order block. You can see there. This now is also supported by a strong dollar. I mean, you see, we found support and then price traded lower. You see, a whole lot of opportunities from the main threshold of the weekly bearish order block. So there's no reason for you not to have any excuses to say, no, I can't get 20 pips or 30 pips from the market every week. The opportunities are there, guys, and that's why I'm here to show you most of these setups and guide you through it. So yeah, I think that's pretty much about it for this week. I'll be seeing you again. We're gonna talk tomorrow on our Monday Zoom session, where we discuss the Monday's trading range and specifically define now the price points that we are going to be looking at come Tuesday for us to trade from. So yeah, if you haven't joined the mentorship, unfortunately you're going to see this video a bit delayed. Only the members, the mentorship members, get it instantly in their inboxes today, Sunday evening. But if you're not a member, you're going only to see this video come Wednesday morning. And so if you want to join the mentorship, send me a message and then we can discuss from there. So drop me an email or a Telegram message and then we can talk. So yeah, guys, you can like the video and share the video with your friends. Yeah, that's pretty much about it. There's nothing much more to say regarding the upcoming weeks. I really love this price action on dollar index. It's pretty straightforward, even on dollar, on euro dollar. I remember discussing with one guy to say, look at the daily time frame. We were trading, I think, up here, yeah, Tuesday morning, Tuesday evening, I can't remember. I was like, look at this price action here. That's where price is heading to this week, and it gladly traded down there. So yeah, that's it for now, and I wish you guys good luck and happy trading. Thank you.